Welcome to today's Energy Club interactive class on oil formation and discovery. In this class, we'll explore how oil is formed, where it's found, and dive into the historical places of oil discovery. At the end of this session, you will even get a chance to show your creative side by illustrating the oil formation process. Our objectives for today are understanding how oil is formed, identifying where oil is found, learning about the historical places of oil discovery, and engaging in a creative drawing activity to illustrate the oil formation process. Let's kick things off with a few questions. Number 1, what do you think oil is made of? Where do you think we get oil from? Now, here's a brief explanation. Oil is a natural resource formed millions of years ago from the remains of ancient plants and sea creatures. Over time, this material was buried deep beneath the Earth's surface, where heat and pressure turned it into oil. It's a vital source of energy that powers cars, factories, and much more. Next, let's talk about how oil is formed. Imagine millions of years ago, tiny plants and animals called plankton lived in the oceans. When they died, they sank to the ocean floor and were buried by layers of mud and sediment. Over time, the pressure and heat from these layers transformed the organic material into oil and natural gas. Now think about this. Why do you think oil is buried so deep in the ground? It's because as more layers of sediment build up, they exert pressure and heat, slowly turning these ancient sea creatures and plants into oil. This process happens deep below the Earth's surface, which is why we need to drill far underground to reach it. Now, let's do a quick recap. First, we need organic matter like plants and animals. Secondly, add pressure and heat from the earth layers. Thirdly, wait millions of years for oil to form. Now, let's travel across the world and learn where oil is found. Let's start from America. One of the most famous oil discoveries was at Spindletop, Texas in 1901. This site produced so much oil that it changed the US economy and launched major oil companies. In Alaska, oil was discovered in 1968 at Prudhoe Bay, and being one of the largest oil fields in North America. The Gulf of Mexico is also a major oil producing area, with offshore drilling being a key source of the US oil. Now let's get down to Nigeria. The Niger Delta is Nigeria's main oil producing region, known for its vast reserves. Beyond Niger Delta, Africa as a whole, oil was first discovered in Oloibiri in 1956, making it the start of Nigeria's journey as a major oil producer. Do you know that a man called Dudley Stamp declared Africa a no-oil continent? So, kudos to Oloibiri. Now, here's a question for you. Why do you think oil is found in some parts of the world and not in others? Let's reflect on the importance of these historical discoveries. Ask yourself, if oil was discovered near your home, what do you think will happen to your community? Can you discuss this with a friend or a family member? Share your thoughts in the comment section. Now it's time for you to get creative. Grab your drawing paper, your colored pencils, and your crayons. Your task is to draw the oil formation process based on what you've learned. Here's a guide to help you get started. First, draw the ancient sea creatures at the bottom of the ocean. Next, add layers of mud and rock that gradually build up over time. Finally, show how oil forms deep beneath the Earth's surface. When you're done, share your drawing and explain it to someone.